Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dimitri, and today we're going to check out 1967 Ford Mustang Convertible. And what a special treat this car is. It is 100% original automobile. There isn't one single panel on this car that has been replaced or even refinished, if you can believe this. And yes, we're going to make you believe this because we're going to use a paint meter tool, and we're going to check each panel of this Mustang and confirm that the paint is in fact original. Let's start from the hood, from the very front. So here's the paint meter, and let's start from the hood. So we're going to start from the middle, and we're measuring 2.9. Excuse me, I had different settings, so I turned it to mils. Let's measure again. 1.1, measuring 1.1 mil. 1.4, 2.3, 1.4, 1.88, 1.1 on the fender, 1.9 on the side of the fender, which is consistent. The sides will be a little thicker than the horizontal surfaces. 2.6 on the door. We're going to look at the lower section. 1.7, 2.0, 2.2 on the quarter, 2.9 on top of the quarter, 4.1 on the part of the quarter adjacent to the hood. And the reason it has a little bit thicker paint, because this is the area that you don't get to buff very much because it has the inward curving. But I am looking at this line, and there are absolutely no tape marks. It just transitions from one panel to another, nice and smooth. Measuring 4.15 on the panel next to the back window, 2.7 on the trunk, 2.8 on the driver's side of the trunk, 3.5, 2.5 on the quarter, driver's side, 3.0, 1.7, 1.8, 1.8, 1.5. Oh my God, we just confirmed that this Mustang, since 1967, and it is now 2021, the drivers not only managed not to get on their own accidents, but they avoided accidents from others. This is absolutely amazing that that's the case. Now let's walk around the vehicle. We established the paint is original. How good is the paint? How good is this original paint? Well, I would say that for the amount of time this car spent on the road and the mileage, which is 48,099 miles, it's not bad. It doesn't have those typical chips that you see. We intentionally left a number of areas the way we got the car. You can see there's a little chips here, another one here. And the very front of the car has, I think it's some kind of environmental damage. It's only noticeable on direct sun under the close viewing. Like from here, you really don't see it. And then we get at the lower valance. It has absolutely no chips, and let's check that with a paint meter. This one measures, hold on. Oh, I again screwed up on the settings. Okay, back to mils, measuring 0.3, 0.2, I had to reset the paint meter again, 0.27, 0.4, and 0.3. So even the lower valence panel has original factory paint. The chrome is in very good condition. Minimal imperfections, certainly very, very, very impressive. As we continue with comments on the condition of the body, if I look at the side, there are really no dings or dents, which is incredible. And then we're going to look on the other side. And I'll tell you, it is definitely, the quality of this car is to do with its history. Definitely check out on our website, alphacars.com. You can read all about the history of this vehicle, which is absolutely amazing, stunning. And then over here, I see two little parking lot dings with no paint damage. One right here and one right here. You can barely see them. But the quality of the paint, the structure of the paint, consistency of the texture is amazing. It's original and very, very impressive. All the stainless steel moldings, of course, have no dings or twists because they were never out. Check this out. More moldings. And wait until we get inside the car. It's a beauty. The convertible top, we believe, is also original, which is hard to believe, but we believe this is the case. It has the original split window in the back. And the seal needs to be improved and redone. On the driver's side, you can see it is opening up, and then again, there's a technique to do that, so that all can be done. The trunk is in awesome condition. There are a couple of very small, tiny little dings, one right here, here, and here, that we have our paintless dent removal technician. He can definitely take care of that if needed. And then one little chip on the side here. Chrome is beautiful, and what is absolute pleasure, I have not seen an original one, and I'm very impressed with fit and finish of all the body parts and panels on this vehicle. It is quite nice, because you look at the restored ones and things don't line up sometimes perfectly, and you don't know, was it the way they built them back then, or was it the restoration? So all the body parts are in great condition for the age and for the year. Look at the tag right here, proper rivets. The doors have no rust on the bottom. All the gaskets, everything is original. We're going to lower this. Works beautiful, nice and smooth. Even the things there look nice and original. A little bit of improvement can be done on the quarter panel trim over here, which is very, very easy right here. That can be reattached easily. The rest of the trim is exceptionally good. The dashboard is simply amazing, borderline unbelievable. And yes, it is all original. This car has never been restored or worked on. Even the seats are nice and tight. Where do you find another one like this? Well, right now you can find one at AlphaCars, and this is this very, very car. Let's get the engine opened. Let's get the engine started. Let's check it out. We still have to look at the trunk. I needed two hands for this one. Well, the hood is Real easy to move. It's not sticking. And check out the details. Look at the originality of hardware. None of this was ever touched or moved since it's left the factory. Look at the heads of the bolts. They have no range marks. This is simply amazing. For those of you that have restored these vehicles, look at the rivets. For those of you that restored this vehicle, this is quite unbelievable, actually. And yes, you can do the restoration, you can reproduce a lot of this, but then it wouldn't be aged. It wouldn't be aged properly the way that this vehicle aged over the years. That's the beauty of this particular car. Check out the hood hinge, and again, all the hardware is in its original place, in its original spot. So what is not original, of course, the battery is not original. The battery tie downs looks like they're heavy duty, made by one of the owners, and then you see that the cables have been replaced, and of course the relay is not original. Other than that, we're looking at the harness. Even the vacuum lines, looks like the vacuum line is still original. It's hard to believe, but it may be. No, the water pump, yeah, it's hard to say. It looks like the water pump may be original if you look at this felt gasket. I think it is original. You can still see some paint on the bolts, and I don't see any range marks, but it's hard to claim that it's original pump. It looks like it is anyway. The engine is certainly original, 100% matching colors on this Ford Mustang. So let's hear the engine. I drove it about 3 hours ago. I absolutely enjoyed the test drive. It's still, you know, a little warm. It's but when I started it cold this morning, it started beautiful. So let's give it a quick start. Seat belts. Make sure you put your seat belts on. The light will go out. The seat belts work. The pedals still have original rubber on them, which is not overused, which is consistent with the mileage. Awesome throttle response, proper exhaust, no aftermarket equipment. This car was never raced. It was simply enjoyed. You want to buy those cars that were enjoyed, and you want to continue the trend. And to do that, you need to buy a nice one. This is a nice one. Check out the gauges. Let's look at the engine. Look at this. It runs so beautiful. I see a new fuel pump down there. Right there. There's a new fuel pump. Here's the engine tag, aluminum tag. The manifold was definitely never off this vehicle. It is still in place. Can't believe how smooth this is. Underside of the hood is incredible. Even these moldings, they were not off, because I don't see any screwdriver marks on the Phillips screws. Look at that stamping right there. Yes, we cleaned this car, but we did not like overly overdone it. It still retains the vintage patina. And by the way, there are more parts that will come with this vehicle. So definitely check out the listing on our website and get all the details. Does the radio work? Wow, yes it does. And you don't have to worry about speakers blowing out because it only has one. Like if you hear something, that means it's good. Okay, check out the cargo area. We have the original sticker, and yes, it is original. It is properly wrinkled, and it is original. Again, we're looking at hardware on the latch, and it is no range marks, 100% original. Look at the letters, and what's important, what happens around these letters. We see the original paint, minimal to no wax, which could be easily cleaned out. Here's the little ding, and the trunk jamb looks awesome. Hinges, hardware. The floor mats, these are not original. We have the boot for the boot cover for the convertible top. This is original. And check out this trunk liner. It is original because this type of material, well, first of all, it feels that way. And the other thing, which is hard to relate, impossible to relate on the video, this vehicle, when you get inside, it has a proper vintage smell. It does not have a smell of a restored automobile. It has the smell of the 60s, 70s, not even 80s. And I'm not sure if everybody can relate to this comment, but I know some will, and take my word for it. This is it. So we're looking still at the original sealant under the hardware for the bumpers. You can see it right here as well. The original cardboard cover. This is not the rust. This is some kind of a rust-proofing, I guess something. It's just tacky stuff, and definitely not rusty. Let's look on the right side. We have the spare wheel. We have absolutely dry, no issue wheel wells. And we have the fuel cap. We have the fuel tank, all in great condition. Oops. Everything lines up beautifully. Love this car. And the top works. It is a power top. Let me get in. So to open the top, all I need to do is to release these side latches, 1 and 2, which in turn releases these cute little hooks. And then I believe that's pretty much it. The rest of it is just going to be this switch. It says right there, top. Oh, and it's quick too, so let's not miss it. Let's check it out. Well, now it looks proper. Mustang convertible with the top down on a day like today. This has been a dream for a lot of people, not only in the United States, but all over the world. And with this car, not only you can fulfill this dream, you can exceed your own expectations, because no one would ever think you would be getting one that is 100% original. And this is the one. So let's take it for a quick drive. And check out how the seat belts, there's a compartment here for the seat belt. We're going to put it in drive. That's reverse. That's neutral, and that's drive. It has actually a really nice radius of turning. Maybe not as good as that S550, but it's actually awfully good for an American, almost a muscle car of that vintage. Look at that. I can do a 360 easily right here on our parking lot. This is how you would look in the vehicle. Check out that reflection in the window. Mustang Convertible. It rolls beautiful. Not only it is an enjoyable car to drive, it is an awesome investment. Why? Because it's original. They only once, when the car is original, it is only very, very one time. As they get used, as they get repaired, as they get restored, they get a lot more distant from the original car, and there are very few of them in the original driver condition. Very smooth acceleration, excellent shifting, nice steering response. I took it on some back roads, bumpy roads this morning, and the suspension was really, really nice, really smooth. No banging sounds, no squeaking sounds. Just really nice on heavy braking. It didn't pull to either side. The steering wheel is straight. Obviously this is a windy road, but I had it on a straight, and the steering wheel was nice and straight. There are no distractions from enjoyment when you're in this car. It's you and the car and the road, and don't forget the other drivers too, but there's nothing inside this car like a navigation system, infotainment system, heated this or heated that. It's just the car, how they used to be. Nice downshift, going up the hill nice and smooth. Even birds like this car. Nice sound. It's like just nice original car. Well, to be fully transparent, I'm looking at the set of windshield wipers that I'm sure do a great job wiping the windshield, but those are not original. Those are somewhat modern replacement blades. The wiper arms are 100% original, and yes, it does have good brakes. I'm going to blend in with traffic. We're going to hit the gas a little bit more aggressive. Look at those shifts. It's almost like an AMG Sport shift. Yeah, we're just about to reach the operating temperature here. We have half tank of gas. Yeah, and for those drivers like that, we have great brakes. And when they look in the rear view mirror, they're gonna smile because they see an awesome red Mustang convertible. Back to AlphaCars here, and hopefully you enjoyed this video from AlphaCars. We were checking out 19 67 Ford Mustang Convertible. You can always find more details about the vehicle availability and more details about the history of this car and any inventory that we have in stock on our website at alphacars.com, or simply give us a call at 978-263-9000. Thank you very much again for viewing this video, for being our subscriber, and if you're not one, please consider subscribing, and certainly let us know which videos you like. All you need to do, click the like button. Thanks again.